Okay, hello, it's North Star here again, and I'm going to have another go at recording a video on the more recent price action for gold. I've been having some issues with my recording software, so let's hope this time it works a little bit more smoothly. So if we look at the chart for gold, and I'll just scroll down and see if I can find the one I'm looking for. There we go. Right, okay, so we'll come back to this chart for IAMGOLD in a little while. So here's a gold chart, and this shows you what's been happening over the last few months, I suppose. And the bottom sort of support line that's rising up here is a curve. It's actually it's the support line on the arc or the cup, which when you zoom out stretches back 9 or 10 years. So that's the ultimate support line, and you can see that it sort of terminates kind of early part of next year. So we're getting close to the end of this arc now, and what's happened is that price sort of briefly broke down below the cup or the arc, whatever you want to call it, but then it reversed very rapidly back in March, and that was sort of a sort of intra-month wick on a monthly candle. So price dropped down below the support line, and then on the monthly candle, these are daily candles on here of course, but on the monthly candle price closed back well within the arc. So price effectively sort of respected this support line here. Price has since moved up from that sort of 1450 to 1500 level and all the way up to beyond $2,000. That's a very rapid acceleration of price and too quick to be sustained. I was starting to feel uncomfortable, thinking that, starting to look like a blow off top, and a blow off top is not what you want at the start of a bull market that's going to carry on for many years. So I'm personally quite relieved that the price is sort of retraced and is taking its time to come back down and sort of get back down to the sort of point where the indicators are being reset and sentiment is reset, and we're going to be all systems go again. And that sort of area that I'm expecting to see that sort of reset is somewhere give or take $1,800. So that will have brought us back almost $300 from the all-time highs that we were at. And by the time we get there, I think conditions will have been met in terms of resetting everything that needs to be reset, sentiment, indicators, and all ready to go for the next phase of the bull market. I've got the Fibonacci levels marked on here as well, starting with the all-time high that we made back in August, and setting the sort of starting point, or the end point, if you look at it in reverse as we're retracing, the end point down at the sort of March lows. So by doing that, you can see that Fibonacci levels that are created are significant in terms of the price movement. So you can see that around the 1930 level, give or take a few dollars, there's been this sort of zone of support provided by the Fibonacci numbers, but selling overwhelmed, and we've pushed down through this sort of zone of support, and we've just about touched the 0.382 retracement level, and kind of bounced, and we're sort of testing that sort of support level where it's resistance now. There's a bit of a confluence of resistance here with the downtrending flag, the support line, and the Fibonacci level. Support zone and the Fibonacci level. So for various reasons, I think this kind of rally, and also because we're sort of carving out a bearish flag formation here, so all of that indicates to me that we've got a bear flag that's terminating in a zone of resistance, which tells me that price is going to resolve downwards. So one way or another, I think we're going to get closer and closer towards my target zone. I've marked on here a blue cup or a blue arc. There's not really very much evidence to support that yet. It's very speculative. We've only had one downside touch by price action in this zone here, and we've had in terms of the upside price movement, it's been bouncing off of this downtrending bullish flag. So we'll see how that continues to play out. I expect the bullish flag to continue to contain price until we see some sort of breakout, and then we could see sort of several touches on this speculative arc on the way out. Then again, we might not, and price could just accelerate upwards. So of course we've got the US elections in the middle of all of this in early November, which the whole political you couldn't make it up, could you? What's going on in the United States at the moment with Donald Trump having contracted coronavirus, and all of the speculation that's going on around that, and of course the president's health, if it takes a turn for the worse, could create a lot of uncertainty, which could cause the gold price to break out prematurely and accelerate to the upside if we have large amounts of volatility. It could work either way, of course. So that's an unknown curveball that's kind of been thrown into the mix. But assuming that doesn't play too big a part, then the technical indicators are suggesting, or the technical charts are suggesting, that we're going to sort of test this target zone, and at that point, I think buying is going to start overwhelming. The selling will have exhausted those that are willing to sell in a developing bull market, and price is going to accelerate to the upside. That's supported by the indicators here. The stochastic indicator is just starting to level off ahead of dropping down further. The MACD indicator, I think, will just the two lines will just touch, and I don't think we're going to get a bullish cross yet. I think we'll see that continue downwards, and the CCI indicator, the Commodities Channel Index indicator, has already started to level off and showing signs of continuing its downward trajectory. So for all of those reasons, I'm sticking with my primary forecast of gold prices moving down. Of course, there are cycles experts as well out there, Grady and Norvast and Surf and others, who are all sort of suggesting that there's going to be further weakness before we pull out of this and see price accelerating to the upside, and that kind of fits in with my expectations as well. So we'll see how it goes, but that's how I'm thinking at the moment. I don't really expect to get down to 1720. I've got it marked on here as a sort of final support zone. Should we punch a bit lower and get down towards the sort of 1720, 1730 kind of level? I don't think we'll need to get quite that low. I think somewhere above 1750 is more likely, but we'll see how that pans out, and we'll look forward to picking up some bargains in the mining sector. I'll do another video shortly on some of the miners and some of the bargains that are to be had there. But in the meantime, that's it for now, and thanks for watching.